Hey everyone, welcome back to PlaycrastiNation Population 316, and welcome back to Let's Demo, the series where we test out some of the best Isaac mods on the Steam Community Workshop page for the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Plus, today, I have a mod that I'm pretty darn excited about. First of all, let's go ahead and look at it right here. Let me make sure I'm up to date on it. I am up to date on it. It was posted on April 12th at 11:51 a.m. That's several days ago. It's like 5 days ago. However, it looks so cool, I just really wanted to make a video about it. So basically what we have here, I'll just read the name of the mod. It's called Item Draft. And it's pretty exciting because this is kind of something that, this is not me going, oh, I suggested this, and therefore the 10 people that watched that video definitely made it happen. No, it's untrue. So if you guys remember a couple months ago, maybe a month ago or so, we did a mod called Arena Mode. And what Arena Mode was a new game mode. It replaced Greed Mode, thank goodness. And basically you had like a draft style. You had like a draft style item selection where you had, in your first room, you had 10 different selections of a pool of 5 items each time. And so you got to kind of collectively build your run. And I was like, it'd be cool if someone did this, a similar thing to this on like the actual game, you know? Like an actual run. And so someone did. So this mod's called Item Draft, and it is created by SB Malo. My eyes are bad. Or SB Malo, I guess is probably the better name to put. And basically, I don't want to read the entire thing, but it's basically kind of what I just said. This mod removes boss rooms and treasure room pedestals, letting you instead choose from a random selection of items at the beginning of each floor. And it says the number of items you get to pick from depends on the floor and difficulty. So, yeah, that's basically it. So when you're playing on hard, in the basements 1 and 2, you get to choose from 5 items. Caves 1 and 2, you get to choose from 4 items. Depths 1, you get to choose from 3 items. Depths 2 and Room 1, you get to choose from 2 items. Now the question is, do you get to take that many items or just choose from that many items? I have no idea. But that's pretty much, I think, all we need to know about this mod to go ahead and jump in and go ahead and do it. I think it's on, by the way. So we'll go ahead and go into, we'll just do an Isaac normal and see how this functions. Now I don't know, let's see. Yeah, okay, this is it. So when you go in this first room, you can't leave. You're forced to choose one of these items. Now, the question is, I don't know, what am I trying? Like, I don't know the pool of items that this pulls from. Like, it's completely possible that the mind that is here got pulled from an angel room item, or they just item room items. I have no idea. What's also cool is when you do this with Isaac, first of all, let's do the C. 3QEXQA8B, if that even works with this. With seeds, I assume it would. With Isaac, you kind of get a choice of 10 items, which is awesome. So, like, I like a lot of these items, but I might say, nah, give me a second chance here. We'll do it one more time, and this time we'll say, I don't like a lot of these either, but we will go ahead and take Spider Bite, and then they explode into gold for some reason. Yeah, and then it said these rooms have been, there's no more items in them. They've been replaced with, like, buttons or keys or consumables or something along those lines. We get a Super Pride fight really early. Ouch. My brain did not function there, which is bad. We're going to take another hit here. Yeah, that's great. We may just, like, die. Yeah, we may just, like, die. All right, I can't escape. Gonna have to place a bomb down here and try to... Oh, we've survived. We've survived, and that's all that matters. Give me a death card. Could have used like a lover's card or something. Let's go ahead. We do want these consumables, so I will go ahead and say thank you for that. And I'll also say thank you for the key. Could come in handy, although we don't really... I guess there's no I wonder if you could blow that guy up and get an angel statue. There's no real reason to ever... There's no real reason to ever use a key on an item room because the best you could hope for is that there's some consumables in there. So keys are pretty much solely going to be designated for shops on this run, which is interesting. The other thing that kind of stinks, so I assume there's still deals with the devil, of course, and I'm sure those deals with the devil can give you items. Ugh, this room. I don't know why I said ugh, this room, because I don't think I've ever seen this room before. But I can tell you I don't like... Oh, death card. Greatest death card play of all time, and the Spirit Heart has saved us. Any tinted rocks in this room want to make themselves known? No, but there are some regular hearts. I think I'll ignore those. This seems like it could be pretty difficult because you usually get a guaranteed item room and a guaranteed item from the boss on every floor. This kind of says, no, 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 you only get one of those. And so the boss fight's usually guaranteed stat upgrades, although sometimes it is a stat like HP or something else, which is, you know, kind of a shame, maybe a little bit less glamorous and exciting than, you know, picking up like proptosis or homing tears or something cool from an item room. But, you know, those stat upgrades, although they are static, and you sometimes would kind of forget about them, you know, by the end of the run, the synth oils and the roid rages and those things kind of add up over time, you know, leading to transformations and just having speed in general, or having any sort of stats in general that are, you know, worth a darn. Those kind of add up. And so I think on this run what we're going to find is that not having those as an option is going to be kind of a drag. Oh god, it's going to be kind of a drag. But again, we'll see on the next floor if we do get deals with the Devil/Angel, because like we see in a lot of like challenge runs, those can pretty much, like we see in a lot of challenge runs, those can kind of dictate your run. That doesn't really, if you find Brimstone, it doesn't really matter what items you get in your draft. I think money equals power is a phenomenal item, so I am going to go ahead and take it, although, oh my eyeball, although we have no money right now, in the future we would expect to get some money and therefore get some damage from money equals power. Now I said there's pretty much no reason to use keys. I'm going to see if they coded it correctly. Alright, you have done a good job. They've left an I Am Air statue in here, which we will go ahead and blow up, and I guess just get 2 spiders. You know, I just want to check, you know, it was only 5 days old. I'm sure somebody would have pointed that out to them by now, that, you know, it wasn't coded correctly and you can actually get items from it. But, you know, just to break it open, I just wanted to see. Not that I was going to take it anyway. I'm not that kind of person. I didn't cheat on my ACT, though I know someone who did. Guess what? No, I won't say it. But a lot of good stuff out there, people. How do people? I don't understand. I guess it depends on like where you took your where you took your STD, where you took your ACT. Oh god, death card. Can I have you back? I guess it depends where you took your ACT, but like at the testing facility, I'll go ahead and call it, which means my high school, where I took it, they were like real strict on, like we had like 3 guards in the room. Not guards, they were teachers. I don't know why I'm trying to pretend like I went to this crazy facility to get my education. I went to a crappy high school down the road, but they had like teachers, several of them, standing watching everybody at all points. So I don't understand how you could look off others' tests and cheat unless you got like chameleon eyes, so that when one of them was like standing to your left, you could look straight down, and then with your other eye, you're peeping across papers across the room. I don't know if that's how it worked. Let's see if we get a deal with the devil here. We're also going to decide if we want to use a battery charge on the deal with the... I don't think I've taken a hit against Pin in like 25 years, so I feel pretty bad about that. I'm not even that old, so that should tell you how bad I feel about it. We're going to see if we get a deal with the devil here. We do get a deal with the devil. And inside, see, like I said, sometimes the deal with the devil is going to help carry a run. We will get Death's Touch. I don't think a Fame is that good, so I will re-roll it. And we get 9 lives out of it, which is phenomenal. One third of the Guppy transformation. And you get a little dead cat head following you around, so that's pretty cool too. Now, unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to have a re-roll for the next floor. So that's going to have to be something, even though you do get deals with the devil, that's going to have to be a choice that you make along the way. Is it worth... I still want to see if we can get key pieces from blowing up those angel statues. I still wonder if you can get... what am I trying to say? Penny. We could also go to the shop and try to buy a battery charge if there's even one there. And I wish I would have come to this a little bit earlier. See if we can get something out of this guy. Something, anything. Synth oil is something. It is anything. We'll take it. I guess that is something to think about as well. Is like earlier, I was like, you know, you're gonna regret not having those stat upgrades from item rooms and especially from boss fights. Well, there's a lot of opportunities in Isaac to get those elsewhere. Not all of them, obviously, but like Magic Mushroom you can find in Mushrooms. That you can find there. This is a fantastic shop, so thank you. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able. Unless this is a... No, I was going to say unless it was a Justice card. We do get 2 luck upgrades, which is great. Also, we're going to get some damage from the pennies nonetheless. I guess I will blow these guys up. See if we can get, yeah, a couple pennies. Do I get rid of my damage to get the battery charge? I think I do, because having a battery charge for each draft, I just think... It's like, I think Isaac makes this drafting thing even cooler. because you really have the best chance possible of getting the items that you want to and building a run of your own design. That's what I like about this this mod, the concept behind it. Speaking of Magic Mushroom, we will be taking it because it is a phenomenal damage upgrade. That's what I like about the idea behind this mod, is that or just behind like a draft of items in general, is that so often in Isaac runs you kind of end up you can, at least it depends on your your view of the world and whether you roll with the punches or you whine like me. But oftentimes excuse me, oftentimes in Isaac I find myself, let's say you get like 4 or 5 item rooms in a row. The HP is ridiculous. I will re-roll it. It's Bob's brain. 4 or 5 times in a row you end up with, freaking spacebar items. And your Isaacs, you're like, no, well, let's pretend you're not Isaac, because then you could re-roll. But let's say you already have, spoon bender, holy shots. Let's say you already have a really good, spacebar item. So you're like, I don't want Butterbean, I don't want Telepathy for Dummies, I don't want all these garbage items. And then by the end, you're like, I got like no items on this run. And so this, in this way, the drafting style, or even like sometimes you get passive items and you're like, these passive items aren't even that exciting, they're not that fun, they don't add any sorts of synergies or anything. Cricket's head, ooh, different head that I'm still fine with. Dude, I have never kicked a head out of bed, so because that would be decapitation and I'm not for that. But what are we talking about before we get into my kink? Temperance card. Yeah. Oh, money equals power tells me, yes, we will do this. And then it's going to pay out with Blood Bag, and it's just going to be a good time. It does pay out with Isaac's Heart. And it's also going to give us a ton more damage in the process. Cool. Again, I'll check in here just to see. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think there's going to be that much, but it is a little bit more damage from our Temperance machine, from our Blood Bank. Thank you so much. We are a little low on HP, but we have 9 lives as well, so I wouldn't worry at all, guys. If you're worried out there, I heard you. I hear the concerns. I would say there's no reason to be worried. I'm also, hopefully this turns out okay. I'm recording on OBS Studio, which is, I didn't even realize it. It's the newer form of OBS. OBS is a free, it's called Open Broadcasting Software System, something like that. It is, we get to deal with the devil. Inside, we will say, I will pick up Satanic Bible, I will utilize it a single time, and then I will re-roll it. And the re-roll gives us the ability to fly, which is great, thank you so much. Oh, no battery charge, I messed up. Please be a good item, please be a good item. Now, I wonder what would happen if you had, like, a teleportation card you could teleport out of here. None of these are that great. I think I'll take Guillotine because it's strange. It's also a Tears and Damage upgrade, but it also is a weird form of playing. So, and I kind of like that. Another Guppy item is fantastic because we can also come back in here and re-roll that once we decide we want to. But yeah, I'm recording with OBS Studio. It's a newer form of OBS, which I was under the impression, like, I've heard of it, I knew it existed, but I was completely under the impression that it cost money to use, and then I quickly found out that that was not true. I've been having issues recording lately with, yeah, I should probably just, like, stop coming into these. I've been having an issue recording lately, recording ukulele. It's been dropping frames a lot, and I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if my CPU's dying, or if it's something, the game is just too intense for my computer to handle, which I don't think it should be, or maybe, I don't know. I've looked it up and some other people are also having frame rate dips and issues and stuff. I'll take a little horn. I know it shoots out like a cool shot every now and again, but I don't really know everything that does for us. But yeah, so one solution I tried to fix the problem was to download OBS Studio, which I feel like eventually you gotta... I didn't want to end up being, the dude that's still using, Microsoft Word 1997, just because he's like, well, I don't like the new... I hate that in the 2017 edition, the Arial is the base font instead of Times New Roman, which I do hate, by the way. But I didn't want to be that guy that was, like, so behind the times. Like, eventually you gotta kind of join everybody else. Guppy, guppy, guppy! I don't know why I sing that to the song, the beat of the... What is that song, by the way? It's some sort of like samba or like hey, conga line. Isn't it a conga line? Are we Guppy yet? Did I transform? I think we transformed. We've transformed. But yeah, so I didn't want to be behind the times forever, so I was like, well, you know, we'll switch and this will be our life now. And the episode of Ukulele that I recorded after that was the framiest and worst looking episode to date that I had recorded. So, did it work? Nah, it didn't really help. In fact, it may have made it worse, but also I may have just had the settings wrong. And so I'm testing out new settings and see if I can fix them now. I'm dropping the bitrate and blah, blah, blah. Trying all these different things to make it work. We could go and re-roll Guppy's Paw. Let's check our shop first. There's a battery charge, so I say why not go re-roll Guppy's Paw? It's an extra item potentially. And we have a ridiculously powerful run here. Not necessarily just from the item draft. I hate number 2 so much. Like, obviously, we've gotten crazy good items from other sources as well, but it has been pretty nice thus far. We did get Magic Mushroom. We did get Money Equals Power. Like, we're still getting very good items from the drafting system in general, which is, like, going back to what I was saying earlier, I think it's just awesome because so often in Isaac, you can find yourself maybe not having the run that you want. Good grief. We also... Oh, I was going to say we have Goathead. Of course we're getting guaranteed deals with the devil. I will also take this, just because I don't want to use the battery charge. I don't want to use this charge. I want to have it for the drafting pool on this floor right here. And thus far we've gotten 5 items on every floor. Maybe I read it wrong. We still get 5 items on every floor. Bloody Lust. Cancer's obviously a fantastic item. Let's go for gold here. We re-roll... We get a tiers upgrade that breaks the tier cap, so I think I'll go ahead and just take that. It's only -1 right now, but technically the tier cap has been broken. So if we can get more tiers ups in the future, then that'll be worth a little bit more. Also, we're just doing so much damage. It doesn't really matter what we take. Like, we could win with this run right here, so it's not a huge deal. Now that we see Bloody Penny right there, I kind of wish I would have taken Bloody Lust. But too little too late, basically. Open this bad boy up, see what you get. Ow! Unnecessary game. See if we get a Perth. Okay! Alges. Maybe I'll need it because I keep running into red poop. But yeah, the drafting... Okay, I'm stupid. The drafting system is just awesome because it bypasses any chance that the game doesn't give you good items. Because in a pool, even if you get 5 bad items on that floor... The further you go, the more you would expect to at least one good item, one interesting item has to pop up. And then you can make cool synergies too. You could be like, oh, Ipacag, let's see what we can synergize with it on future floors. And it's just cool. I dig it. But yeah, anyway, I'm using OBS Studio. I'm changing the settings. Hopefully frame rate hasn't dipped at all. Hopefully it still looks okay because it did not look okay. No, I died to Monstro 2, which is actually depressing. Like, that's kind of embarrassing. I have not died to Monstro 2 in many a year, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still in this. Now we get red HP back. Still have the 100% deal with the devil chance, and we get it every time because we have 100% deal with the devil chance. Reroll it. Gimpy is going to kill me. That's okay, though. We still have 7 more lives. I could use some Spirit Hearts. I'm taking dumber damage than I typically would because of, I mean, I'm not going to try to blame it solely on Gimpy, but Gimpy is certainly a factor. This keyboard is also certainly a factor. I gotta order that new keyboard on Amazon sometime soon. All Money Equals Power is gonna bring us up here. I gotta order that new keyboard off Amazon eventually, just because I thought this $7 keyboard would get me, like, would suffice. No. Can't handle the amount of inputs that I'm freaking, oh my gosh. And believe me, they call me the inputter, so it doesn't work. I need to fill my HP back up to get in there. You kidding me? We'll take the key. There's like no reason we shouldn't go to Boss Rush because we have so much time. Infamy is great. What do we have going on in here? There is a battery charge, but I think we'll just fight this room instead. I'd rather save Cricket's Head. I'd rather just save the stuff. And we do get a Spirit Heart from there, which is great. Did we blow up that Tinterrock earlier and it didn't give us a... It didn't give us a thing? The only thing that, like, hurts me, like, hurts my soul about this run is that, like, I look at the map and I see the item room is unhighlighted and it's like, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, man. But there's no reason to. There's nothing in there. Oh, well. But, yeah, OBS Studio. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully Ukulele works out because I really love the game. It's just... pride myself a little bit on, even if the content's not funny or even entertaining. Oh, we do get our first decreasing of items. I will re-roll these because I don't think they're that good. Pyromaniac, probably the best of those. Let's check the double key room. I would have re-rolled. I'm a frightened. Oh god, we got this freaking sack of sacks, which I will also take. But yeah, good stuff. Hopefully it works. Ukulele is a great game, by the way. If you haven't been watching the series, go watch it, I recommend, because especially if you liked platformers when you were a kid, which that's pretty much what I grew up on, pretty much all I lived on. And it is a true platformer. In fact, I even almost, for its platforming elements, I almost dig it more than like a Banjo-Kazooie. I think Banjo-Kazooie is still probably better. Well, better is going to be objective, but I still think I'll enjoy Banjo-Kazooie more as a game. Just for the, the characters ukulele, they're cool, but I don't know, they don't have the personality, I guess, that Banjo and Kazooie did. I think they're trying to kind of mimic the personality rather than giving them their own, which I think is a bad move. But, yeah, freaking children, you want to go? Yeah, we might as well just, like, go down here. We got the mom fight here. I said there's no reason not to do boss rush because we're so strong. And then I thought for 2 seconds. And I was like, well, there are some reasons to not do boss rush. And mostly because I don't want to. Go ahead and do this. But what I might do, actually, see if we can get an item from this guy. Crow's Heart is not good. See if we can get an item from this guy. Ow. The Fool card. Now we can steal an item from boss rush. So now we should pop Alges here. Do this. Do this. Do this. What are you gonna give me, another Alges rune? Just play infinitely? Dude, the sphere that we're in is massive. It's like when you're in Pokemon Snap and that's bad. We got a Perthrow, which is great. So I'm actually just gonna re-roll right here. We get the Void, we get that, we get that. I don't think any of those are that good. I'm gonna re-roll again. These are also not that good. I mean, we'll take the little Brimstone for free, but I don't think this is that good, so we should get out of here. I was going to say we should buy a battery charge, but there is no battery charge for sale. I was going to say we can go back there and re-roll again. Now, that will mean we don't have a re-roll ready for the next floor. But there's a deal with the devil in there, man. There's a deal with the devil. Hurry up. We got 2 minutes. That's plenty of time, actually. So I wouldn't be worried too bad. As long as there's enough rooms, that's what we have to worry about now. There's a library. There used to be a library, something, my cemetery's not. We will get the bookworm transformation from this room, which is great. Apparently we already had it before. We will take the Spirit Heart as well. Yeah, not? Okay, well, we just get the battery charge. So I was going to say, I'm not certain we're going to have enough rooms to make it happen. But now we don't need to. Oh, there was also a battery charge later. That's good to know. And, you know what we can do? I used a key. What we can do, we can come in here. Well, let's just go and take the Polaroid because we know we want it. Come in here. Reroll these again. Say, yes, I will take Sin Robes. And then you take the Fool card. And then you go to Boss Rush. And then you go to Boss Rush. And you say, sure, I'll take Papula Duplex. And then you leave again. And then you pick up the battery charge. And now we do have a battery charge for the draft on the next floor. It's all coming together. It's all coming up. Millhouse, okay. I actually know someone last name Millhouse. What a time to be alive. Let's go ahead and head down to the whatever we're going into here. And we will go down to the womb one where I think we only get a choice. No, we get 3 items still. And I think I'm going to take a Holy Light because I just honestly dig it as an item. And I will reroll you right off the bat. Seraphim's okay as well. That was bright. Seraphim is okay as well, but I would say I'm looking for Tears upgrades at this point, honestly. Like our damage stat is pretty well sorted. If we can get a Tears upgrade of some sort, whether in the form of a syringe, I'll also take chocolate milk. It's not a Tears upgrade. Rather, it's the opposite. However, when we're charging, our flies are going to do so much damage now. So I think it's worth it. And then we can also do one of these. Okay, well. One of what? We can also, oh my gosh, this is insane. Like the damage stat reads, okay, well you want to freaking saw it on this. The damage, oh thank you Gimpy. The damage stat reads 16. I don't know how chocolate milk calculates damage, I would endeavor to say it's a little higher than 16. But whatever it is fun to play as, and it means we're going to pretty much run through the rest of the game, which is good because, you know, I enjoy these mod videos being a little bit shorter. Oh, I just realized I did see a tinted rock. The one real extra super duper benefit of this is that you get item rooms, quote unquote, you get the draft pools at least, down into the womb, which you wouldn't normally get with item rooms. So in a way, even though you're getting less items, you're getting them longer in the game, which is kind of cool as well. Because, you know, most of these episodes, if you watch like the actual, like our Eden Streaking series, it's honestly just a lot of like, the first 6 floors are pretty cool, and then once you get to the womb, it's like the run's probably not going to be changing that much. And then you get down to the chest, and then the run can change a ton at that point. That's what, like, when I first started watching Isaac videos on YouTube, and I first started watching Northern Lion, for a while, I would like, we will take this. For a while, I would like, we have a battery charge, so like, why not? I will play this guy too, see if he can get us a syringe. Give me a Tears Up syringe. I'll take Succubus as well. We'll reroll this. That's not what I'm looking for. I mean, there's no reason not to reroll this until you get something exactly what you want. Help. All right. Oh my gosh, I have Pyromaniac. But I used to, like, when I was watching Northern Lions videos to first start, I would watch, yes, we will take that as well, Tears Upgrade. I would watch like his first, I would watch the first 6 floors, and then I would just skip to the chest to the end. And then, you know, after I started watching enough, I was like, actually, what? No items? What is this garbage? After a while, you start enjoying the commentary enough. You're like, well, you know, I'll actually just watch the whole video because the commentary is really good. But when I first was just trying to learn the game and see the cool synergies, like, when I first got into Isaac, that was pretty much it. I was like, ooh, cool synergies, that's nifty. But later, when I started, you know, watching him for the commentary, then I would watch the full video. But, oh my gosh. But in the early stages, for sure, it was a lot of just, like, you know, skip these floors. This mod, this game mode, if you will, which I think should be its own game mode because it's pretty cool, or at least a challenge. Well, this is a really easy challenge, but it's cool because, well, except for we didn't get an item on this floor, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But at least it seems like you get items more later. We'll see when we get up to the cathedral if we get any item. I don't know why we didn't get an item there. I thought it said we were supposed to on Womb 1 and Womb 2, unless they cease at Womb 2. Which is, I mean, honestly, we don't need any more items. There's nothing the game could give us that could make me go, whew, I was a little concerned before, but I think we got it now. There's nothing the game could throw at me. There's some things the game could throw at me to make me go, you know, I was feeling good before, now I'm feeling bad. If we picked up Isaac's Heart for some reason. Oh, that would be a shame too, with the draft and getting Curse the Blind. That would suck. Go in here. I mean, there's no reason to take Guppy or Mega, so I think we just go to the next floor and we see if there's an item draft. Is there a draft here? The statues are still here, but no items spawn, so they must stop after Womb 1. And I don't even know if we were supposed to get one on Womb 1. It's also possible that was a little. Excuse me. It's also possible that was just a glitch as well. Hierophant card, thank you. I don't think we're gonna need the HP, but I certainly will not deny it anyway. I also saw there's another Spirit Heart in that room. I see it on the map, but also, like I said, I don't think we have that. I don't think our health right now is something we should be very concerned about. I think we're gonna be just fine. Let's go ahead and destroy Isaac in, yeah, like 2.2 seconds tops. No, do not go to the void. We want to go to the chest and get some cool, well, I mean, like I said. Overall, as we're nearing the end of this run and getting to the final floor, as always, I mean, I say this with every, yes, I will take the Razor Blade, or I guess it's called the Apple. Yes, I will take Serpent's Kiss. Mulligan, kinda just extra, if you know what I'm saying. Why do we have 2 Succubi? Did Cambion Conception also spawn a Succubus, and therefore we have 2 Succubi? Pretty cool. As we're nearing the end of this one, I will, as I say with all of them, of course, the link to the description of this, the link to this mod, which is free, will be in the description below, and there's no reason you shouldn't go download it. It doesn't do anything, except unless you download the freaking Burning of Afterbirth mod, which destroys your freaking computer like I found out. But unless you're doing something like that, you really have nothing to lose by downloading these, except for to potentially have a fantastically awesome time, which I had on this mod. This is a really cool game mode. It's a really cool altering of the traditional Isaac, the flow chart, if you will. The typical way it goes is, you know, it's the floor, you visit the item, and you do this. This one, you just get the item right off the bat, and you get to choose. You get to curate your runs in a way that is so much more enjoyable and so much more rewarding. You almost, yeah, 2020. You almost never see those blue guys, and we saw them twice on this floor. That's a run for the ages. Open that up. I can't see anything. Booger tears are so good, too. Reroll these again. Yeah, I'll take the damage up. Didn't want the HP, though. So that's a bit of a shame. It's probably going to be up here to, like, the left or the right. So, we have a booger. Oh, God. So when the booger tears stick, we get one of those situations. And, yeah, it just never leaves. But also, it just does so much damage that doesn't really matter. But, yeah, I definitely recommend this mod. SB, whatever his name was, I forget already, the man who created it. Good job. It's fun. So I definitely recommend going to check this one out. It's awesome. But that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Demo. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to become a citizen of PlaycrastiNation today. And if you know anyone that you think would be a great Playcrastinator, go ahead and send them on by, because we would love to have them. But with that, we need a mint. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.